Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Waiting for everyone to come in. Waiting for everyone to come in. Okay. As you come in, leave a like. As you come in, leave a like. Okay, guys, you know how we do here. Before we get started, I'm going to post this and I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes to come in. Okay, really quickly. This is the link to Friday's class. Okay. I'm going to give 2 more minutes for people to come in. 2 more minutes for people to come in. Okay. I'm here. 2 more minutes for people to come in. Thank you. All right, guys, we are here. Before we get started, let's do Friday. So Friday at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to do our first group session for the year. The movie is called Day Shift, starring Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg. Jamie Foxx, Fox is a canine, and Snoop Dogg, canine. Day shift, right? So your goal is to watch the movie. You can watch it free on YouTube. You can watch the movie free on YouTube. Day shift. Your job is to study that movie. And then Friday, we're going to meet and we're going to decode that movie. And our decode is about what do we need to do and plan for, how do we prepare, how do we plan in the face of something like this. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that session on Friday, and remember that Friday class is where we are all teaching each other. This is the link for Friday. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do roll call. Con artist, Avion, Connor, Christina, Julia, Zuri, Alex, Andrea, Cindy, Glass Moon, and Black, Sherry. Welcome. Welcome, Sherry. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Okay, wonderful. So remember, Friday, we're all going to be teaching. You're going to be teaching about what you learned and finally how we can prepare. You know how we do with our group sessions? And remember that the emails will go out on Thursday night. The emails with the link will go out on Thursday night and Friday in the daytime. Okay? The emails do not go out before Thursday and Friday. The only emails that you receive are reminders, daily reminders, but the email to join the class will be Thursday and Friday. Be prepared. You will not be on camera, but be prepared to teach. Everyone will have 5 minutes to teach. And finally, what did we learn and how do we prepare in the event something like this happens, right? Yeah, okay. I can't wait to see you guys there, and I can't wait to learn from you guys, because remember, at some point in time, the students must become teachers. So the master starts off as a teacher, as a student, and graduates the teacher, and graduates the master. My job is to bring in the students, get the students to become teachers, and then the teachers to become masters, and then they go out and they teach. So now you guys have been with me for such a long time. It's time for you guys to teach me and teach others, and that is what we'll be doing. You will not be on camera. You'll just be using your audio to talk about how you interpreted or interpreted day shift and how you would prepare. Yeah? Okay, guys, wonderful. All right, so now that's done. We're gonna be doing some work today. All right, so we're gonna come back to that. All right, where do we start? Oops. Let's try this again. First, we're gonna start with Project Stargate. Okay. Now, as you know, we've been doing a series on Project Stargate, and there's a lot behind Stargate that I didn't tell you guys. But we're going to be talking about Trump's Project Stargate and what does it mean. And we already went over his Project Stargate, what it means. We already went over the parties involved. We're going to briefly look at Stargate, and then we're going to view this from a different perspective. Okay? Now, briefly, because we've gone over Project Stargate in 2 other videos, this is the 3rd Project Stargate. Hopefully there's no more surprises as it comes to this, right? So briefly, Project Stargate unveiled by Trump to build AI infrastructure. Basically, they're changing the grid. Hey, Rasta, welcome. Okay? They are basically changing the grid to microgrids. And I showed you guys already. Hold on. What those microgrids are. Okay, does everyone see on the screen what microgrids are? Okay, microgrids are smart power infrastructure demonstration for energy, reliability, and security. It's a project developed by the US military installations. It's called Spiders. Does everyone remember me teaching about spiders? Okay, right. So Project Stargate is a microgrid, but it's an AI microgrid. It does not work with the present grid. It works using its own energy supply. Okay, everyone remember spiders? All right, only two people, one person? I'll wait. All right, this one is the military microgrid. It's called Spiders. Project Stargate runs on, well, I can't tell you what it runs on because Trump said use whatever energy you want. But what we do know is that it needs blood. Larry Ellison said that it needs blood. And they also said that it's artificial intelligence, AI. So we do know it uses blood and it uses AI. All right. Whereas the military microgrid is spiders. It's called Spiders. Everyone remembers. Great. Good class. We're on to the right track. We're on to the right track. Hold on. Okay. That's that, right? So really quickly, Project Stargate includes a partnership between Oracle. Okay. All semiconductors use Oracle platform. OpenAI, that's Sam Altman, SoftBank, and Masayoshi. Okay, and their goal is to enhance cancer detection with personalized vaccines. This is what it says here. However, AI infrastructure, it's more than just cancer detection. It's from what Larry Ellison said, is that they're injecting you with your personal AI. Okay, that is what Larry Ellison said. And Trump made it very clear that the energy to run this, which is, I think they said it's 5 petabytes or something like that. I hope I got that right. Trump said you can use whatever energy you want, but the energy plant must be next to the Stargate AI blood bank. Okay. So if you want to read that, you can read it. I already kind of gotten the gist of what this is, right? You don't need to go over that again. Okay. So we're going to go back in time a little bit. You know me, because of what I went through, I have a hard time believing any of this is beneficial for humanity. Because of what I went through and what I am going through, I have a difficult time believing any of this is for humanity, right? So I'm going to show you Project Stargate 2025 to 2030. Our mantra must be don't get bitten. Everyone type don't get bitten. I'll wait. Everyone type don't get bitten. Whatever you do, don't get bitten. Hey, Maria. Thank you, Connor. Thank you. Between 2025 and 2030, don't get bitten. Don't get bitten. Don't get bitten. No matter what, don't get bitten. I'm going to show you what I mean. Hey, Hadi, don't get bitten. I'm going to show you the connection between Project Stargate, ancient temples, and the never existing third temple of Solomon, where the first 2 temples never existed. But I'm going to show you the connection between Project Stargate, ancient temples, my high school, and the coming Temple of Solomon, because the first two never existed. Let's start with, we all know that Project Stargate is to the incubator city is in Abilene, Texas. Any of you ever wondered why Abilene, Texas? Let me show you. All right. You ever wondered why Abilene, Texas? I'm going to show you why. The three solar eclipses that occurred in the United States, this is the symbol it made. Okay, does everyone remember the video I made on this symbol? Everyone hold for 2 seconds. Okay, guys, thank you. Wonderful. Sherry, you're on it. These are the three eclipses, and there's a coming fourth eclipse. The first eclipse was, hold on, I have them written down, but it was on here somewhere. 2017. 2017 went like this. Okay. The eclipse of 2023 went like this. And then the eclipse of 2024 went like this. And there's one coming in 2025. Okay. All right. What two letters do you see on the screen? We're going back in time to my older videos. And there's coming another eclipse in 2025. X, good job, Connor. All of this is a little bit of history, a little bit of background. A, and X. Wonderful. Okay, who is the right hand of Trump whose symbol is X? A and X. Good job. Good job. Good job. The right hand of Trump, his symbol is X. Musk. Wonderful. All right. And then we decoded the symbol A. Right? Does anyone remember when we did the decode and we figured out who A was? We believe that A was who? Does anyone remember? It's an Egyptian serpent who fought with Ra. Apophis, good job. Does anyone know what this area, this sea, what this gulf is called? Look at the mouse. Gulf of Mexico. Who wants to change this gulf? And what does he want to call it? Trump. Good job, Connor. What does he want to call this Gulf? Gulf of America. Okay. Do you see that the Gulf of Mexico is in the A? Class is in session. Right? Do you see that the Gulf of Mexico falls in the A? Now let me show you what the Gulf of Mexico looks like, right? On Google Earth. Let's Google Earth this. Okay? Let's Google Earth this. Okay. Now, this is the Gulf of Mexico here. Okay? Does anyone remember that when we did the continental carving, we discovered that all the continents were carved to look like the ancient gods? Does everyone remember that video? Remember the video we did called Continental Carving? Maria, you're welcome. Avion, wonderful. You remember. Great. Great. Bear with me. Andrea, you remember. Welcome. Thank you. Remember we did the continental carving and we discovered each continent looked like either a Titan or an Olympian. And when we realized that the continents looked like ancient Titans, we realized that the continents were carved to look like beings. Now, do you remember that the Caribbean, you remember what the Caribbean looked like? The Caribbean looked like the Goa'uld. Oh God. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. You remember? Okay. Okay. All of a sudden, everything is just having problems. Like, knock it off. Seriously? Seriously? Unbelievable. Now, all of a sudden, I can't find anything, right? The Caribbean looked like the Goa'uld. Does anyone remember? The Goa'uld from Stargate SG-1. Does everyone remember? Let's see. Oh, finally. Right? Let's do a side by side. I'm going somewhere with this. Bear with me and be patient. The Caribbean looks like the Goa'uld, right? Where Hathor is under the sea next to Puerto Rico, and Ra is in the eye off the coast of Cuba, or Jamaica, I should say. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, that is Jamaica, right? Yeah, Jamaica. Right? Ra is in the eye of the Goa'uld. You see the Goa'uld? Now, this here what you call the Gulf of Mexico. Right here, we see, does everyone see the head of the Goa'uld? Make it bigger. Does everyone see the head, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, Jamaica? It's the head of the Goa'uld. Everyone sees it. Now, the Goa'uld has these things on the top of its head. The shape of the top of the head of the Goa'uld is called the Gulf of Mexico. You guys see it? You see the Gulf of Mexico? From Florida all the way back to Mexico. That water body is the head, the gills, the fins, not the gills, but like a fin, a webbed fin of the head of the Goa'uld from Stargate SG-1. Is everyone seeing this? The Goa'uld is the serpent-type worm creature that takes over human hosts in Stargate SG-1. The Goa'uld holds all the memories of the pharaohs. So all the memories of the pharaohs is in the Caribbean. Is everyone following? In the series Stargate SG-1, the Goa'uld holds all of the memory of the pharaohs and the system lords from all eternity. In the series Stargate SG-1, I'm not yelling, I'm getting excited. The Caribbean, we discovered, is the shape of the Goa'uld, which means that the Caribbean holds all the memories of the system lords. The fins on top of the head of the Goa'uld is the Gulf of Mexico. Trump wants to rename it the Gulf of America. When we look at the Goa'uld from Stargate SG-1, he's facing the opposite direction. Do you see his head? Look at where my mouse is. Look at my mouse. You see his eye. Do you see his head? You see the fins. This is the Gulf of Mexico. This is the Gulf that Trump wants to rename the Gulf of America. This is the actual Goa'uld in Stargate SG-1. Now, my first question to you is this. What is Trump attempting to do? By renaming it the Gulf of America, renaming this part of the Goa'uld, the fins on top of the head of the Goa'uld, all of this is the Caribbean. This part here is the Gulf of Mexico. Trump wants to rename the fins, the Gulf of Mexico, to the Gulf of America. What is Trump attempting to do? Okay, so you guys see, I'm not making any of this up. There is the Caribbean, there is the Goa'uld, there is the fins at the top of the head, which is the Gulf of Mexico. There is the Goa'uld from Stargate SG-1. As you can tell, I'm not making any of this up. What do you think Trump is attempting to do? Okay? All right, let's continue. So we discussed Trump then rolls out Project Stargate in Abilene, Texas. We looked at, Joe, you're on it. You're on it, you're on it, you're on it, you're on it, you're on it. Thank you. Thank you, Connor. Arjo said hijack ancient memories. Data is the true currency. Bingo. Connor said Stargate to bring the Egyptian gods and the bloodline of the pharaohs. But which gods is he attempting to bring in? Which Egyptian gods, right? Okay. So then Trump goes, everyone was taken aback, like, why do you want to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Claiming the knowledge because he's going for the top of the head. Funny enough, while Trump was saying he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico, the end tail of the Goa'uld is the island called Trinidad in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. And the U.S. Navy signed a deal while Biden was in office. I'm not yelling, sorry. The U.S. Navy signed a deal while Biden was in office for them to reopen the base at the tail end of the Goa'uld. The end tail of the Goa'uld is the island called Trinidad in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. So the U.S. Navy is going to open a base. Okay, I got to show you guys this again. Hold on. So it makes sense. Instead of telling you, let me show you. Okay, so here we see the Goa'uld. We're going to zoom in. Here we see the tail of the Goa'uld. The tail ends with Tobago, the tiny island called Tobago, in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. The U.S. Navy signed an agreement with this country, Trinidad, to open a naval base again. They're going to open the naval base in the same place they used to have the naval base, which was Chaguaramas, okay, which is close to Scotland Bay. Okay, so the U.S. Navy is at the bottom of the tail of the Goa'uld. Here you can see I'm not making it up. You see the tail of the Goa'uld here. And Trump wants to claim the fins of the Goa'uld. What do you think Trump is doing? If the Goa'uld holds all the memory of the system lords, taking ownership of the whole system, all the memory of the system lords. Trump is going after the head and the tail. I love my audience because I don't even have to like, the moment I'm like, hey, what does this mean? You guys, I love my audience, okay? Trump wants the head and the tail. While people were trying to figure out, hey, why does Trump want to rename the Gulf of Mexico? Okay, we know why. Then Trump hits them with the Project Stargate. Project Stargate, then he tells them it's going to be in Abilene, Texas. Remember, this here is the map of the last 3 eclipses. The X and the X-man is next to Trump. Everyone already said the X-man is Musk. So if Musk is the X-man, who's the A? And do you guys see an A and an I on the screen? Do you see an A and an I on the screen? Look at the dot up here, and then the I goes like this. A, I, A, I. If Musk is the X-Man, who is the A? We know, we decoded that the A is Apophis. Trump said, we're going to roll out Project Stargate, and it took the world by storm. Stargate, Stargate. So then all the truthers started to tell you Project Stargate was a CIA operation. Well, there were two Project Stargates. There was the CIA Stargate, which was psychic. That's not what Trump is rolling out. And then there was the Cheyenne Mountain, which was Project Stargate, which was opening wormholes to travel to other planets. Is everyone following? Which is the series Stargate SG-1. Okay? Trump then said, we're going to roll it out. The incubator city for Project Stargate is Abilene, Texas. When we did this live stream, which YouTube deleted, we got here and we were trying to figure out, hey, remember, does anyone remember me saying there is a Stargate in Texas and we got to find it? Remember when we did this live stream? Occult, welcome. Does everyone remember when we did the live stream? And I ended by saying, this intersection here is where the gate is. And everyone said, hey, that's Central Texas. Okay? And we were trying to figure out, hey, what the hell? Where, whoa, where's this? And we were trying to figure out where this Stargate was. Remember we did that video? Well, YouTube deleted that video. But then Trump comes out and rolls it out in Abilene, Texas. You ready for this? Watch this. Here we go. Abilene, Texas. Okay. Abilene, Texas experienced a total solar eclipse August 21st, 2017. That solar eclipse is this one. Total solar eclipse. Wait, hold on. That couldn't be this one. It has to be somewhere down here, because Texas is down here. Okay, total solar eclipse. Okay, let's read that again. Abilene, Texas experienced a total solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017. It was called the Great American Eclipse. Okay? Watch this one. On October 14th, 2023, an annular solar eclipse was visible in Abilene, Texas. This was called the Ring of Fire. 2023. Hold on. The total solar eclipse is this one. And then this one was the one, 2023. Okay? Abilene, Texas. You guys see that? Then April 8th, 2024. Abilene, Texas again. Experienced a partial solar eclipse. Abilene, Texas experienced 3 solar eclipses and will experience another solar eclipse March 14th. Trump decides, I'm going to roll out Project Stargate in Abilene, Texas. Let's look at March 14, 2025. Abilene, Texas will experience a partial solar eclipse on March 29th, 2025. Okay, but it will also, hold on, and it will experience a total lunar eclipse on March 14th. Lunar eclipse on March 14th. Okay, let's get that right. Even though I think they changed it in the middle of the night, but whatever. Does everyone see that? So March 29th, let me change that to 9. Does everyone see that? Okay. Bingo, Avion. Thank you. Where's the Stargate? Where's the Stargate? Abilene. Where's the Stargate, everyone? Only 2 people answered. Where is the Stargate? Abilene. Abilene. Abilene, Texas. You got to decode the meaning of the word Abilene. Let's look it up. Let's look up. Abilene is where the Stargate is. Let's look up the meaning of Abilene. Abilene in Hebrew means land of meadows or grassy place. It can also mean stream. Abilene was an ancient city in Syria. Abilene was also the name of a city in the New Testament. There's an Abilene in Texas. There's an Abilene in Kansas. Abilene is a girl's name. Land of meadows, grassy place, or stream. The meaning of Abilene. So we now know, watch this, that Trump's Stargate is going to be rolled out in Abilene. But does anyone remember when we did that video, when we did that decode, what did we learn about the Aztecs? What the Aztecs called the Black Sun. The Aztecs talked about the Black Sun. Does anyone remember? It's on the screen. Remember in that teaching that YouTube took down because we were way ahead of them. Thank you, Connor. The Aztecs said, I'm not yelling, I'm getting excited. The Aztecs said that the Black Sun, they called the Black Sun a solar eclipse. The Aztecs believed that the sun god was threatened by dark forces during eclipses, and that the world would end if the sun was consumed. meaning that a black sun threatened the sun god. That's something? Now watch this. Hopefully they didn't take it down. Now, what did the ancient Egyptians believe was a black sun? The ancient Egyptians believed that the solar eclipse was when Apophis attacked the sun god's boat, which they called the Black Sun. By the way, what's my alias? Black Sun. Huh? But not this kind of sun. I'm a different kind of sun, right? Watch this. Now, okay, let's go back. We know that Abilene was chosen because Abilene had the 3 black suns. Wake up, class. I'm about to hit you with the hammers. The hammers are coming in. The boulders are coming in. The boulders are coming in hot. I'm bringing out the sizzling frying pans. The sizzling frying pans are here. I'm about to drop it like it's hot. I'm about to drop it like it's hot. Are you ready for this? I'm about to drop it like it's hot. Abilene was chosen because Abilene had 3 black suns. Hold on. Hold on. Who worships the black sun? What group we know from the 40s worships Carter? Carter for the win! What's Trump building in Abilene, Texas? What's Trump building? If the Egyptians said that the black sun was a challenge to the sun god Ra, if the Aztecs said that the black sun was a declaration of war against the sun god, and Abilene had 3 black suns, and Trump chose Abilene for Project Stargate. What is Trump building in Abilene? And what is in Abilene, Texas? Let's continue. We get excited here. I said we get excited here. We get excited at knowledge here. So if you're not excited at knowledge, this is not the life for you. Let's continue. Project Stargate. Project Stargate. We're going to break this down. Project Stargate. We're going to break this down. We're going there. We're getting there. Be patient. We're going to go around the mountain for a little bit, but we're going to go there. Okay? Now, according to their script, Avion, we're going to get there. Avion! If the Nazis worship the black sun, if the Nazis worship the black sun, we going to go there. We going to go there. We going to go there. And there were 3 black suns in Abilene. What is Trump building in Abilene, Texas? We be the, Avion said the last time, where my panhandlers at, Linda? We be pots, pans, and skillets. How you want them eggs? You want it sunny side up? Okay. Let's go put in the work now. We're going to put in the work. We're going to put in the work. Now, both the Aztecs and the Egyptians said, hey, this black sun is an affront to the sun god Ra. But let's continue. Let's get to their interpretation of the ancient text of the East. So in the book of Numbers 21, the Hebrew Israelites are in the desert and they're complaining, right? They're complaining about their life in Egypt. Okay? Let's read. And they journeyed from Mount Hor by way of the Red Sea. This is a wrong interpretation. It did not happen like this. These are bad interpretations, but for the sake of today, we're going to go with their interpretation. Okay? Avion, you ahead of every girl, you ahead of it. By Hor, by way of the Red Sea, it's actually the Reed Sea, but let's go with the interpretation. To compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. So they started complaining, right? And the people spoke against their God and against Moses. Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? There's no bread. There's no water. Our soul loatheth this light bread. That's the manna. Okay, the white gold, the ormus. Listen to what it says. The Lord sent fiery serpents among the people to bite the people, and many of the people died. What did the Lord say to the people? What did the Lord send to the people? What did the Lord send to bite the people? Be specific, Connor. Let me go back. What did the Lord send? Right here. It's highlighted on the screen. A serpent. Thank you, Andrea. Snakes. 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 It said the Lord sent snakes to bite the people. When the people started dying, when the people started dying of hunger and they started complaining, it said their God sent snakes to bite them. Everyone type, do not get bitten. We're not moving on until you type, do not get bitten. Do not get bitten. Thank you, Ghana. Chinese year of the snake. It's the year of the snake. Yes. Yes. Taking the power of the ancient pharaohs. Do not get bitten. Everyone type from 2025 to 2030. Do not get bitten. What is your goal? Is your goal in 2025 to make more money? Your goal in 2025 to 2030 is do not get bitten. And black, and today I'm laying down the law, honey. Your goal in 2025 to 2030, is it to get rich? No. Your job is do not get bitten. No snake bites. No insect bites. No spider bites. No bites. In the next 5 years, no bites. Say it with me. The 11th commandment, thou shalt not bite me. Is it to get rich? No, no bites. Is it to become smarter? No, no bites. Is it to become faster, stronger? No, no bites from the spiders, no bites from the insects, and no bites from the snakes. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. Let's continue. So the people are complaining. They want to go back to Egypt because they want good food. And the Lord sent serpents to bite them, and they died. Does anyone remember what happened in 2020? What happened in 2020? The plague. And what was the cure for the plague? 2020 we had the plague. And what was the cure for the plague? Snake bites. And the people got bitten. No bites of the unholy trinity. No bites from the spider. No bites from the serpents. No bites from the werewolves. No bites. Come on, bring it home. No bites. No bites. No bites from the unholy trinity. No bites from the werewolves. No bites from the spider. No bites from the snake. That was a plague. And then they sent in the snake bite to cure the people. Watch this. We going in now. We going in. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned. We've spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he takes, watch this, away the serpents from us. Are you sitting there? The people said, take away these goddamn snakes. The people came to Moses. Oh, I'm about to lay the law. The people got bitten. Bitten in 2020. Bitten in 2021. Bitten in 2022. Bitten in 2023. And booster bitten in 2024. And the people started dying left and right because they were bitten by the snakes. And they went to Moses and they said, oh, pray to the Lord to take away these snakes. And the Lord said unto Moses, listen carefully. Listen to what the Lord said to Moses. Listen to what we are about to lay the law. We are about to hit them with skillets. We are about to blast them with frying pans. The Lord said to Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. The Lord said to Moses, make a bronze serpent and put it on the top of a pole. And when the people look upon the serpent, the bronze serpent on the top of the pole, they will live. We're about to lay the law down, people. We're about to lay the law down. Here we see in the Bible Moses and the bronze serpent on a pole. It's a story from the book of Numbers that tell how Moses saved the people from the venomous snake sent by God. Now I wonder what this photo looks like. I took a screenshot. So you see the photo here. Hold on, let me close out some of these. So you see the photo here. So I'm gonna make a bigger photo. I screenshotted this photo. Let's take a look at this photo. This is the bronze serpent. Get right! We get excited at knowledge of this. Is the image of the bronze serpent at the top of the pole. Now, why does the bronze serpent at the top of the pole? By the way, can anybody tell me who rolled out the serpents in the first place? Oh, you're about to lay down the law. Who rolled out the snake in 2020? Gonna for the win! 45! Oh, let me type something on the screen here. Gonna for the win. Okay. Now, why does Moses' bronze serpent on a pole look like this? Can anybody tell me why does Moses' bronze serpent on a pole look like this? Can anybody tell me why Moses' bronze serpent on a pole look like this? Is anybody in the building? Is anybody? Do you see a bronze serpent on a pole? Do you see the bronze serpent hanging off a pole? I'll wait. I'll wait. Can anybody tell me why Moses' serpent, bronze serpent on a pole, look like this? Do you see a serpent on a pole? Do you see the serpent on a pole? Do you see the serpent on a pole? Advice, you got it. Do you see the serpent hanging on the pole? And the Lord said to Moses, make thee a fiery serpent. And set it on a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone who took the snake bite will look upon it and shall live. Do you see the bronze serpent hanging on a pole? You don't believe me? Look. This is Moses and his pole to the left. And this is your city and their pole, their serpent hanging off a pole to your right. The Lord said, he said, make the snake fiery. And all the people who got bitten by the snake, when they look upon it, he said they will live. I don't know where they're going to live, but he said they're going to live. I think they're going to live in the afterlife, but he said they're going to live. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so let's look at this one. Do you see a serpent on a pole? Oh, the Lord, Moses, Donald Moses Trump. I said, Donald Moses Trump is about to cure the children of Israel who were bitten in the desert for 40 years by the serpents. He's about to cure the children of Israel by hanging a serpent on a pole. And he's going to give the children of Israel the Lord's cure. I'm just saying, I'm just doing the work of the Lord, people. Don't get pissed at me. Let's continue. We got more work to cover. Now, we're back to Project Stargate. We're back to Project Stargate. Now, we know that Project Stargate is set to open in Abilene, Texas. Abilene, Texas has 3 solar eclipses and one more coming up March 29th. We know that the solar eclipses formed an A and it formed an X and it looks like it forms an I, right? We know that the X-man is at the right hand of Moses, Donald Moses Trump. But we know there's an A and there's an I in the Project Stargate. There's an A and there's an I. And Larry Ellison told you that this Project Stargate will use AI to heal the snake bites. I'm not the one who told you this. Larry Ellison said, okay, the children of Israel got sick and they cried out to the Lord because the snake bit them. So the Lord told Moses to lift up a serpent on a pole. Donald Moses Trump is doing the Lord's work by lifting up a bronze serpent on a pole. Okay, all right. So we know that a solar eclipse occurred in Abilene. We know that the ancient Egyptians Joseph Moses Biden parted the Red Sea and let the migrants in. Donald Moses Trump let his people go. You see how it works? Okay, let's continue. Back to the Lord's work. Okay, all right, future, you know what time of day it is. Let's continue. All right, so we know that there was an ancient war between Ra and Apophis. We know that Ra is the sun god and Apophis is the serpent. We know Ra is the sun god. We know that Apophis is the serpent, and Apophis, his job is to block out the sun. Okay? Remember, Ra, Apophis, darkens the sun. Okay? Apophis is the god of darkness. Okay? Here we see that Apophis or Apep is the serpent deity who represents darkness and is the enemy of the sun god Ra. Apophis tries to block out the sun. Apophis the snake tries to block out the sun. When you block out the sun, what is that called? Ursula, I'll get to the questions afterwards. Great question. If you block out the sun, an eclipse, corner for the win again. So Apophis attempts to block out the sun using eclipses. And we know the 3 eclipses occurred in Abilene. Okay, let's continue. Class is in session. Now, the ancient Egyptians say, let's read it. Hold on. Okay, ready for this? It's a little bit blurry, but in Egyptian mythology, let's make this bigger. In Egyptian mythology, Ra, the sun god, battled Apophis or Apep, a giant serpent representing chaos, every night in the western sky. Okay, did Ra battle Apophis in the east, or did Ra battle Apophis in the west? Which is it? East or west? West, thank you. So where the sun sets, Ra had a fight with Apophis. And this was an ongoing fight where Apophis attempted to dethrone Ra. The primary battle took place in the west, where the sun sets, which is considered the realm of the dead where Apophis resided. Ra traveled through the underworld in a solar boat, and Apophis would try to swallow the boat to disrupt his journey. This battle represents a fight against chaos. So this snake is the snake who causes chaos. The Egyptians say that Ra was assisted by Set, and sometimes Ra would manifest as Bastet, as a cat, to fight Apophis. The battle was in the west. Great answer, guys. You're doing a great job. Now, it also says that Ra bound Apophis. Ra would bind Apophis. Ra bound Apophis. Let's look for this. Okay, we went through that already. Okay. Ra bound Apophis in the west. The Egyptians say that Ra, let me look it up. Actually, let me look it up first. Watch this. Hold on. Okay, here we are. So, the Egyptians said that Apophis waited for Ra in a western mountain called Manu. Ra defeated Apophis on a mountain called Manu. Is everyone following? Everyone type Manu, Mount Manu, because they're deleting stuff very quickly off of this so-called, I'm about to hit you with frying pans. Thank you, Connor. Everyone type Mount Manu. Remember, this battle took place in the west with this serpent, Mount Manu. Good, guys, Mount Manu. So I began looking for this Mount Manu. There are multiple matches for places called Manu in the United States, including Manua Islands and Manu Temple in the Grand Canyon. Did everyone catch that? Did everyone catch that? Manu Temple is a temple summit in the Grand Canyon. Watch this. Now, a U.S. president went to visit that location. Not Trump, but good try. A U.S. president went many years ago to that location, and shortly after visiting that location, became president. Can anyone guess? Eisenhower! Can anyone guess why Eisenhower is so important? Ra bound Apophis in the west, in the battle, at a mountain called Manu. Mount Manu is in the Grand Canyon, the location of which Eisenhower went. By the way, Eisenhower was a Swedish Jew. His wife was into aliens. Try again. Does anyone? Come on, take a guess. Let's guess. But good try. Eisenhower visited this area. They called it the duck, but it's not a duck. It's a shape-shifting lizard. And behind the duck, I'm going to show you. Con artist. Where's con artist? Yes, Mount Manu is in the Grand Canyon. I'm going to show you. I was just there 3 weeks ago. Patrick for the win! And black for the win! Eisenhower went to visit the duck. And Black said to evoke Apophis. Patrick said because he was the one who signed the agreement with the aliens. Captain said to meet Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor went to the Pentagon. Eisenhower went to the Grand Canyon. Patrick for the win. Now let me show you why N Black is right. Eisenhower went to go visit the duck. But behind the duck is this. Do you see it? Let me mark it up and give it some contrast. Do you see it? Behind the duck. This is what Eisenhower went to go meet. What do you see? Advice says an alien face. Arjo said a temple complex. Connor says a face. Look at the body. What do you see? What did the Lord say to Moses? What did the Lord say to Moses? Our feathers! Go, go, go! The serpent of fire! Who did Eisenhower go to meet? What did Ra say? What did the Egypt? Quetzalcoatl! But Quetzalcoatl wasn't the red serpent. What color is he, Connor? What color? What color? Quetzalcoatl wasn't red. Quetzalcoatl was white, so this can be Quetzalcoatl. But what did Ra say? Ra said, the Egyptian said, that Ra fought Apophis in the west and bound him at Mount Manu. Mount Manu is in the Grand Canyon. This is what I saw when I went there. The red serpent. The red serpent. The red serpent. This is behind. He visited. And after he visited this area, sorry, I'm screaming. After he visited this area, he became president. After he visited this area, he became president. After he visited this area, he became president. That is what it says on the plaque. You will not find that plaque online. You have to go to the Grand Canyon to see this. They said he went to visit the duck. But when I stood there, this structure started to communicate with me. I want to show you something. This is what the structure's head looks like. Let's contrast. Let's add some contrast here. Do you see the head? What do you see? What do you see, my children? What do you see, my children? Do you? Okay, Sherry said she sees the T. Sherry, I'm about to hit you with some stones. Sherry, I'm about to hit you with some stones. Sherry, I'm about to hit you with some. Sherry, look at the symbol Sherry sees. Look at the symbol Sherry sees. Okay, let's go back. This one, we see the serpent. This one, we see the T. Let's go back. This one, we see the serpent. This one, we see the T. What do you see, Sherry? It looks like a cube, Benjamin. We're going to decode that in a second. Thank you, Carter. Do you see the serpent hanging on the T? Do you see it? What did God tell Moses to stop the snake bites? Not that I'm taking any of this. The sun and black for the wind. Let's do it again. Do you see the serpent? The head of the serpent, there's a T. And what did Yahweh say? Yahweh said, take a bronze serpent and put it at the top of a pole. Do you see it? Eisenhower went to the bronze serpent at the top of a pole. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Do you see? Do you see? Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Do you see? Do you see? Can you see? And who's about to lift up in Abilene to cure the snake bites? A prophet. A prophet. Do you see the T? Do you see the serpent at the top of the pole? Sherry, do you see it? The cube. Oh, we're going to get to the cube. Oh, we're going to drop bombshells on the cube, but I'm about to break something down. Are you sitting in your seats? Remember. Remember. Now remember, this symbol. Close this out. Hold on. You remember this? Hold on. Everyone sees this, right? Okay. Does everyone remember this symbol? Now, who defeated this serpent? Apophis. Does everyone remember who? Let me stop. Everyone remembers this serpent. The serpent is Apophis. We know that the Egyptians said that Ra defeated Apophis in the west in a mountain called Mount Meru. The serpent was bound in, I would say, around Mount Meru. We located Mount Meru in the Grand Canyon. We know Ra is the one who defeated him. Does everyone see the A on the screen? Great. Everyone press yes if you see the A on the screen. You did. Thank you. Now explain this. Do you see this symbol? And if you don't, say Renetta, mark it up. This is a symbol that's been lasered into the head of this ancient red snake next to an opening. Yes, and black. Let's do it again. This is the head of the snake that the Egyptians say Ra fought in the west and bound the snake near Mount Meru. Mount Maru. Here we see the red snake bound near Mount Maru in the Grand Canyon, in the west, in the land of the dead. And we're looking at the snake and we see carved two things. We see this symbol lasered onto the head of the snake, and then we see this face. Do you want to see? Do you want me to mark her up, y'all? Do you see the symbol? Do you see the symbol? Let's mark it up. Bound, marked, Ra, when he defeated him, he marked him. He marked the snake, and Ra left a face on the side of the snake. Here we see the symbol marked up. Do you see the face? Do you see the symbol? Do you see the symbol? Where Ra bound Apophis in the west, in the land of the dead, near Mount Meru. Ra did not just bind Apophis. Ra left a mark on Apophis's face when he bound him near Mount Meru. Do you see the face? Everyone type, I see the face. I know you see the A, but do you see the face? Type, I see the face. Connor sees the face. Connor's the only one who sees. And Black sees the photo. Anybody else sees the face? Con artist sees the face. Only 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. Alex sees the face. Nobody else sees the face. Everyone sees the face. Let's go back. Let's make sure Renetta's not making this up. Here we see the head of the snake. Here we see the head of the snake. When you zoom in, you see the symbol of the eclipse. But watch this. There's an opening here. Above the opening, we see the symbol of the eclipse. You know, the symbol. Does anyone know what this symbol is in mathematics? When you want to draw a perfect circle, what do you use to draw a perfect circle? So he bound him 360. What instrument do you use to draw a circle? Oops. Can you hear me? Hold on. A compass. And above it, there's a face. Let me see something. Hold on. Do you see it? A compass, which means Ra bound him 360. This is what you use to draw a circle. Ra bound him 360. Ra bound him 360. Ra bound Apophis 360. But someone opened it. Someone went to this place. Protractor and compass. Bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it home. Someone went and opened the 360 binding of Ra. Who went to this area? Which president went to this area? Which president went to this area? Eisenhower. So what did Eisenhower do? Ra bound him 360. We know that this symbol is not just a symbol for eclipses. We know that this symbol represents 360 and there's a face above. Ra said, I bind you 360. He made a deal with Apophis. And the plaque said, shortly after Eisenhower visited this duck, this place, Eisenhower became president. Do you see this? Shortly after Eisenhower went here, he became president. Let's continue. So everyone sees this. See, I'm not making it up. Let's continue. Project Stargate. Project, we're back to Trump. Stargate. Project Stargate. We're wrapping it up. We're going to go quick. First one, we know that the symbol for Stargate. Where's my symbol for Stargate? These people. They ran away with my damn symbol. Hold on. Hold on. This is the symbol for Stargate. Okay? This is the symbol for Stargate. Let me show you. This symbol represents Earth. It was the final symbol that needed to be cracked That symbol is on the back of your dollar. It was the final symbol that needed to be decoded in order to open the gate to Earth. Renata, why is that important? Hold on. That symbol in Stargate SG-1 looks like this. Does anyone see something interesting about this symbol? Arjo, you got it. Does anyone see anything interesting? This is called the chevron. There are 8 chevrons in order to open the Stargate. We're going somewhere. In order for the gods to come to Earth. What does this chevron look like? Doesn't it look like the head of a what? It looks like the head of a what? Yahweh said, make fiery It does look like a pharaoh, but that's not where I'm going. He said, it looks like a serpent's face. A serpent's face. This is called a chevron. One of the 8 chevrons you need to open the gate to Earth or to another planet. Trump called it Project Stargate. Project Stargate. Project Stargate. I'm going somewhere with this. The 8th chevron looks like this. They've been looking for the 8th chevron. They got to find this symbol. This is the symbol to Earth. This is the symbol on the back of the US dollar. A pyramid with a sun on top. This is how you open the gate to Earth. You guys following? All right, let's continue. Class is in session. The white serpent. Let's look up the white serpent really quickly. White Tezcatlipoca, Quetzalcoatl, was the brother of Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca was the god of war, night, and sacrifice. Quetzalcoatl was a created deity, contributed to creating humans. He was known as Ehecatl, the wind god. It does look like a spider's head. Quetzalcoatl loved the human race. Tezcatlipoca, not so much. Tezcatlipoca was the war god, the god of night, and loved sacrifice. He's associated with obsidian, black volcanic stone that could be used as a mirror. Who uses black mirrors in their buildings? Who uses black mirrors in their buildings? Who uses black mirrors for their buildings? Trump. Who uses black mirrors in their buildings? Okay, let's continue. We got a lot to cover, right? Okay, so that's the white Tezcatlipoca. We have the red Tezcatlipoca. The white Tezcatlipoca is Quetzalcoatl, who loved the human race, created the human race. But then there's the red Tezcatlipoca, Xipetotec. the red serpent. Okay, the white serpent is Quetzalcoatl. The red serpent is red Tezcatlipoca or Xipe Totec. Remember? Remember him? That's Xipe Totec. Let me show you why Ra had to bind him. Let me show you why Ra had to bind him. In Aztec mythological facts, the red serpent is mostly associated with Xipe Totec, also known as red Tezcatlipoca. You ready for this? Everyone type sitting down if you're sitting down. Thank you, Connor. Okay. Let's get back. Also known as the red Tezcatlipoca, a deity often depicted as a flayed human wearing the skin of a sacrificial victim. His name Xipe translates to flayed one. His red color symbolizes blood and sacrifice. He was associated, watch this, with the west winds and the renewal of life to the cycle of death. Human sacrifice, listen carefully, you better be sitting down. Human sacrifices were performed in his honor, where the victim's skin was peeled off their body and worn by priests during ceremonies. This is the guy. Hold on. Oops, hold on. Bear with me 1 second here because I have too many open. This is the guy who Ra bound at Mount Manu. Let me say this again. Let me show you his real color. This is the guy that Ra bound at Mount Manu. What color is he? I'm not moving until you answer. I'm not moving until you answer. I'm not moving until you answer. He's red. And what animal does he represent? He's red. Now, what animal does he look like? Look at his whole body. A serpent. So put it together. Write it. He's a red serpent. He's a fiery red serpent. Thank you, con artist. Everyone type fiery red serpent. He's a red serpent. Type red serpent. Type red serpent. We're going somewhere with this. We're going somewhere with this. We're going somewhere with this. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Ansumana. Thank you, con artist. Okay, we established that Apophis Hu Fort Ra is in the Grand Canyon. Ra bound him 360 because Ra knew that he used black suns to come through. So Ra bound him 360 and put a seal on his face. We know that Eisenhower went to this very location. And Eisenhower, shortly after that, he became president. We know this. We know this. Okay. The ritual of the red Tezcatlipoca was human sacrifices. The human victim's skin would be flayed. Flayed means to be peeled off and worn by the priest. Do you see what's on the screen? Do you see what's on the screen? And black, bring it up. Who went to the red Tezcatlipoca? Eisenhower. Yes, Rasta. Shortly after he visited the duck, who ain't no damn duck, he became president and then signed the deal. The red Tezcatlipoca was supposed to be bound up by Ra forever. Because the red Tezcatlipoca peel off the skin of humans. And the priests wear the human skin on their bodies. Now, who likes to peel off people's skin? It's on the screen. You think this thing is mythology? You still think this is mythology? Let's continue. So we dealt with the red Tezcatlipoca, but there's a code because there's a blue Tezcatlipoca. Everyone type blue because now we're entering Stargate. Now we're entering Stargate. There's a blue Tezcatlipoca. Everyone type blue. They're still doing. You think this shit is mythology? Blue Serpent, bring it up. Blue, thank you. Let's look. Who's the blue Tezcatlipoca? Because we're still dealing with Stargate. Now watch this. The blue Tezcatlipoca. Watch this. It's the name of the Aztec war god. War god. The blue Tezcatlipoca. The blue serpent. Love war. The blue Tezcatlipoca loves war. The blue serpent loves war. The blue serpent loves war. His name is Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli. Tezcatlipoca was the prime god of the Aztec. The blue Tezcatlipoca was the war god. We're still with Stargates. We're still with Stargates. Now we're at the blue Tezcatlipoca, who loves war. Huitzilopochtli. Hold on. If Eisenhower is a tribe member, and Eisenhower visited the red Tezcatlipoca, funny enough, does anyone remember what Eisenhower did before he became president? He was a general. Okay, a general in what war? World War II. Yes. Yes. And Eisenhower made way for a certain nation to be born. Is that correct? After he was the general in World War II, he went to visit the Red Tezcatlipoca, who Ra said should be bound 360, never unsealed. Eisenhower paved the way for the blue Tezcatlipoca Stargate. What do you see? What do you see, my children? Is that a star? Is that a gate? And is it blue? Is it a star? Is it a gate? And is it blue? That is not any Star of David. That star is the Star of Remphan. You want to know what this star represents? A snake eating its tail. The blue Tezcatlipoca, the star gate, the blue star. Here it is. Here it is. The blue Tezcatlipoca. Do you see the star? Do you see the gate? Do you see the serpent? Star, gate, 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 star, gate. You see 6, but there's 8. You need 8 to open the gate. There is 6 chevrons, but there's 8 altogether. Star, gate, star, gate, star, gate. Do you see the gates? That makes the 8. Star, gate, star, gate, star, gate, star, gate. 6 chevrons and 2 to make 8 to open the gate. But Renata, that's the Star of David. No, it isn't. The hexagram, or interlaced triangles, commonly called the Star of David, in theosophical emblem is encircled by a serpent biting its own tail. And the serpent symbolizes duration or the cycle of time. No, it doesn't. It symbolizes the blue Tezcatlipoca, the blue Tezcatlipoca, who is the war god. Yes, Kimmy. Oh, but we're about to drop some more hammers. Are you guys exhausted? Con, I know I got to bring you in. It's 2 hours already. I got to bring you in. But I got one more part I got to do. I got one more part I got to do, and I'll get it done in like 10 minutes. Shall we go on? Shall we go on, or should I do another live stream? What do you want to do? You want me to show you the rest of the mysteries as to Project Stargate? Go on. Thank you, Connor. Who else? Keep going. Bring it. Yes. Tired. Most interested. Okay. So now we see that the Stargate is to bring in the blue Tezcatlipoca. The red Tezcatlipoca was awakened by Eisenhower. The white Tezcatlipoca came on ships with Columbus. The red Tezcatlipoca was awakened by Eisenhower. We're missing the blue Tezcatlipoca. The blue Tezcatlipoca was given the land of Palestine. But Tezcatlipoca, the blue Tezcatlipoca, is not here. Did you catch that? When the Aztecs saw Columbus, they thought he was Quetzalcoatl, the white Tezcatlipoca. Eisenhower, sorry, I'm not yelling, I'm excited. Eisenhower went to the Grand Canyon, and it said shortly after that, he became president. After he released the Jews out of Germany, he went to the red Tezcatlipoca. Shortly after that, he became president. The state of Israel was created, and they bear the star gate, the 6 chevrons in the 2 gates to make 8. It's 8 you need to open the gate. I'm about to drop the nukes. Figuratively. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we're missing the blue Tezcatlipoca, the war god. The war god is the blue serpent. The blue serpent must come. Now watch this. We're going to be quick with this. Okay? We're going to be quick with this. Why is Project Stargate so important? Why is everyone and their mother need to pay attention to Project Stargate? Why? Okay. Why? Because, hold on. Let me show you. Because all gods need what to resign in? All gods need what to live in? Connor, bring it home. Okay, remember, Project Stargate is Trump. Donald Moses Trump, who the Lord has lifted up to bring the bronze serpent on a pole to heal the people bitten by the snakes. Moses has been called the Templar King of Jerusalem. He's been crowned the King of Jerusalem. He's been crowned the King of the Stargate, of the blue Stargate. Okay? By the way, whose color is red, white, and blue? The white Tezcatlipoca, the red Tezcatlipoca, and the blue Tezcatlipoca. Whose colors are red, white, and blue? Let's continue. This is a temple. This is an ancient America. And America got all 3 of them damn snakes. But let's continue. This is a Greek temple. My children, what do you see? Remember, all gods need what? Connor answered. Red, white, and blue is USA. But there's an older red, white, and blue. Who's the mother of the USA? Who's the mother of the USA? Who's the older red, white, and blue? UK. And who's older than the UK? Merovingians. Come on. The Franks. Come on. Who's the older red, white, and blue? Who's older? Who's the older? The Merovingians, not Britain. Who's older than Britain? Come on. Merovingians, the Franks. Older than Britain. French. Oh, you're beginning to see people. My people, you're seeing. Let's continue. This is a Greek temple. I'm about to drop hammers, bombs, nukes. Oh, it's warfare. is whoa. Okay, what do you see? This is the Greek temple, my children. This is the Greek temple. What do you see? What does this temple look like? A motherboard! Does everyone see a computer motherboard? This is the Greek temple. Does everyone see a computer motherboard? Okay, let's close it out. This is a Roman temple. Let's make it bigger. Hold on. What do you see, my children? Do you see a computer motherboard? Do you see a computer motherboard? I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. Let's try this one. This is a Roman temple. Do you see a computer motherboard in ruins? This is a temple, a place of worship. Why do ancient temples of the Greeks and the Romans, watch this, watch this, this is Teotihuacan. Do you see a computer motherboard? Teotihuacan, do you see a giant motherboard? Whoa! Why is it that the ancient temples of the Greeks, of the Romans, of the Tenochtitlans, the Aztecs, why does it look like a computer motherboard? Okay, watch this. Hold on. This is for the Incan. Why does it look like a computer motherboard? But can anybody tell me the temple that's coming? A processor. Some look like processors. Machu Picchu. Why does it look like a processor? Why does it look like a computer processing unit? Connor, I'm bringing you in. Can anyone tell me the temple that's coming? Connor, prepare to come in. Sorry I took so long. Can anyone tell me the temple that they're preparing to bring in? Sherry, Michael Tellen just stole that from me, and I'm not making it up. Okay. Can anyone tell us the temple that they're trying to build? There's a temple. Yes, we know the one in Abilene. But can anybody tell me the temple that they're trying their best to build? Come on. The Temple of Apophis, that's in Abilene. And it's going to be all over the United States. Come on. Who, the people, okay, these people, the Stargate. Remember, they got to bring in the blue serpent. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you. Thank you, Rasta. They're trying to build this temple of Sol on, which never existed. That is why Trump was crowned, given the crown of Jerusalem, and he was crowned the Messiah of Israel by over 100 rabbis. You ready for this? Con, I'm about to bring you in. You ready for this? You ready for this? Watch this. On the screen is the Temple Institute. They said the temple will look like this. They said the temple, will look like this. Let me do a mock-up, okay? Con, I'm about to bring you in, but after I drop the final detonation. This is what the temple will look like. The temple in Jerusalem, the temple of Solomon, which never existed, but whatever. Everybody, tell me if you're sitting down. I'm about to drop the final detonation on the head of the zombies. Remember, they woke up the red Tezcatlipoca. The white Tezcatlipoca came with Columbus. Eisenhower woke up the red Tezcatlipoca. His job was to send the snakes into Palestine to bite the Palestinians, but that's neither here nor there. Trump's job is to bring in the blue Tezcatlipoca. No, the third temple, that's the second temple in the Grand Canyon. That one, yes, it does exist, but it was destroyed, and Ra whooped the red Tezcatlipoca's ass and bound him and put the symbol on his face, 360, bound him. The Jew Eisenhower woke him up, unbound him, but there's a third Tezcatlipoca, the blue Tezcatlipoca, whose temple looks like this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Everyone type ready, because I'm about to nuke and then I'm going to bring you in Connor. Connor, I'm so sorry to have you waiting so long. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, everyone type ready. Thank you, SDL. Thank you, Ansumana. Thank you, Andrea. Ready, we ready, we ready, we ready. This is what the priests in Israel say the third temple will look like for the blue Tezcatlipoca. They're missing a key. The key has to be a pyramid with a circle on top to open the gate. Something has to have that final key. The pyramid with the circle on top to open the gate. This is what the rabbis say. Let me close it all out. The third temple, Solomon's temple looks like. Hold on. Now, why does Solomon temple look like my goddamn high school? Why does Solomon's temple look like my damn high school? Is anyone on earth today Hold on. My high school, built by Jews, run by Jews. The Temple of Solomon, built by Jews, to be run by Jews. What? 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 Now you understand how I ended up with this shit in my body? Now you ready for this? This is the last thing, and Connor, I'm going to bring you in. This is my high school, and this is the temple in Jerusalem. So I'm going to ask you again. Project Stargate in Abilene. What they built it? And what the hell did they open? Arjo, you got it. On the left is my high school. On the right is the temple in Jerusalem. Last thing, and I'm going to bring you in, Connor. Let me just show you something else. Last thing. Watch this. So this is my high school, right? This is my high school. Okay? In a Jewish neighborhood. Why are there buildings in a Jewish neighborhood? Hold on. The buildings spell out, I'll show you my high school. This is, oh, come on. This is my high school here. Next to my high school spells H-I-T-L-E, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. And the black cube is on 66th Street of my high school. This is the black cube right here. Thank you, Kimmy. Next to my high school spells H-I-T-L-E, and the only letter missing is R. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Hitler. The R is missing. Connor, come on in, take it away. And I'm going to mute.
What would you like me to talk about?
The serpents. The white Tetzcatlipoca, the red Tetzcatlipoca, the blue Tetzcatlipoca, and the blue Tetzcatlipoca needs a temple, and he's the one who's coming. Go for it, Connor.
Okay, so first of all, we just learned something here. I just learned something here. So, there are three serpents. Red Tetzcatlipoca, the white Tetzcatlipoca, and the blue Tetzcatlipoca. White, Quetzalcoatl. The red is Xipe Totec. The other is a name I cannot pronounce. Hitepokoli. There. Okay? So now here, three major Aztec gods. Now, let's study something here. Blue. So, okay, Quetzalcoatl, the creator deity. Now, listen here. Quetzalcoatl is the patron god of the Aztec priesthood.
Go ahead, Connor.
And Quetzalcoatl is the god of knowledge. Now listen here, Renetta. I need you to show the capital, the Mexican flag for me. Who is the god that wanted sacrifice? I wanted people to answer since they just learned this. Who is the god who wanted human sacrifice? Who is that god? Who is the god of war? Who is?
They may not be able to pronounce it.
Okay,
Mhm.
the blue Tezcatlipoca. Hit Zito Pochtikili, the god of war, but he's also a solar deity. He's a solar and war deity. Now listen to this. He is the god of war and will, lord of the sun and fire, ruler of the south, member of the three Tezcatlipocas. Now, listen to this. He wielded a fire serpent, a weapon. Ux hokoto. Here, I'll put it down. Ix hukotl. Guess what? They just censored it. It's spelled Xiuhcoatl. We have a connection here to the book of Numbers. How God sent fiery serpents. Now listen to this. The blue Tezcatlipoca is also the patron god of Mexico. The blue Tezcatlipoca is the god of Mexico. And he is the patron god of the Aztecs and their capital city, Tenochtitlan. And he wielded a fiery serpent, a weapon. A fiery serpent weapon, aka Apophis, called Exucortol. Exulcortol. You guys getting the connection? Type 1. Is everyone on Earth today, as Rianetta always says? Did I just make a connection? They are all in electrical current, as Rianetta said. What did I just establish here? the blue Tezcatlipoca is the patron god of Mexico. What did the Aztecs call Mexico? Mexica. 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 Now hold on. SDL is correct. SDL is on it. Yes, you got it. Con artist, you got it. Raynetta, scream. They're not. I want to see if they're on Earth. Queen V, you got it. That's what I just established. Who is the patron god of Mexico? The blue Tezcatlipoca. And where is he? In the West. And he is the War and Sun Lord. And they are going to open his Stargate in Abilene, Texas. And his weapon is a fiery serpent. Now let's go to Ixepe Topek for a second. Yes, SDL, you got it. His Greek equivalent is Zeus. Zeus had a lightning bolt as a weapon. Now, Ixepe Topek is the god of ritual flame and agriculture, of ritual flame, as we established. Now listen to this. He is also the god of agriculture. He is the lord of the seasons, regeneration and crafts, patron of goldsmiths, and here, listen to this. He is the ruler of the East. Now here's what's also interesting. The female equivalent of Ixpati Toltec is Ixilonen Chico McCortol. Ixilonen Chico McCortol.
Go ahead, Connor. Go for it.
Now, listen to this. I want you to read something here. He flayed himself to give food to humanity, symbolic of the way maize seeds lose their outer layer before determination of the snakes shedding. Oh, hold on. And of snakes shedding their skin. He is the ruler of the East. Now, Zipitotek is the god who invented war. His insignia included a pointed cap and a rattle staff, which was the war attire of the Mexica emperor, who was the patron god of Mexica. Aztec. The blue Tezcatlipoca. He had a temple called Yopico within the great temple of Tenochtitlan. Zipitoctec is also cited, listen here, with pimples, inflammation, eye diseases, and plagues. What just happened in 2020. Plague. Zitapitotek has a strong relation to diseases such as smallpox, blisters, and eye sickness, and if someone suffered from these diseases, offerings were made to him. He was widely worshipped in central Mexico at the time of Spanish conquest. Representations of the god has been found far away in the Mayan home of Tazumal in El Salvador. Now, what did we just learn about Xepi Totek, the flayed one? What did we just learn about Zippe Totek? What did we just learn?
He is represented
Exactly.
by the East. He said that. Shipetotek. His winds are in the East. So that means the East will rise. And you also said that he's associated with pimples, plagues, and diseases. So disease is incoming, and he's the god of war. So they're about to raise up his temples all over the United States and his holy temple in Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Okay, here's another one. Another god named Texcatlipoca. Now listen to this. He is the god of providence, the invisible, and darkness. Uh-oh. Who is the god of darkness in Egyptian mythology? I mean, Egyptian fact. Who is the god of darkness? Thank you, Rionetta. Thank you. Now listen to this. He is the god of the invisible, lord of the night, and ruler of the north. His symbol is the black jaguar. Now, listen to this. He has a strong connection with the Aztec calendar, and he is associated with human blood sacrifice, and he is worshipped by the Olmec and Maya. He is described in the Popol Vuh. He is also called the smoking mirror. And what kind of stone did they make mirrors out of? Obsidian, yes! We got it. Obsidian is made from what? Obsidian is made from what, guys? Exactly. Volcanic rock. I think we just understand the unholy trinity a little bit more. Did we, guys? Now listen to this. Now, the Texcatlipoccas were the children of two creator beings called Ometeotli and Ometeotl. Their name, Omi, means dual. Teol means divinity. Now, what did we just learn? What did we just learn? Trump in Albuquerque, Texas, is bringing back the trinity of Mexican gods.
The last one, the blue one.
Yep, the last one. The blue Texcatlipoca. Now, who was the patron god of the Aztecs again? Who was he? He was the patron god of the Aztecs in Mexica. Thank you. Thank you, Rianetta. We just answered it. We just answered it. We just did it. Now, I want to show you guys something. Now listen to this. Quetzalcoatl, one of his symbols is solar light and morning star. Interesting, huh? Who is connected to solar light and morning star? Give me names. Exactly. 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 Now, who betrayed God to give humans knowledge and to have sex with human women? Who was that leader? Who was the morning star? Thank you. Thank you. And Black has answered it. Oh, Renetta, can you highlight her thing for me? You guys have answered it. Renetta,
Which one? Which one?
do and Black. Satan.
Morning Star? Or
Yeah.
Satan? Okay, Satan. Okay, got it.
Satan's original name in Hebrew is Halal. Now let's investigate Halal for a second. He is the true name. It is the true name of Lucifer. Now listen to this. He is worshipped as a bringer of light to mankind. Okay. Who is Lucifer in the Aztec faith? Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. The white one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was Columbus. Columbus raised him up. Remember
Yep.
when the Aztec first saw him, they thought he was Quetzalcoatl because he was white, remember?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm going to type in.
I realized that the Aztecs thought he was Quetzalcoatl, the white serpent. Remember, there's 3 snakes. Remember?
Bingo. Go ahead, Renetta.
This is your time. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to share my screen and I want to show you something.
Go for it.
Okay. Now. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
Connor, not to cut you off, SDL, I'm not surprised they did that because of what we're doing. Go ahead.
All right, I just shared my screen. I wonder if Renetta, you can pull that up. Okay, this is the temple of Atum, the creator god in Egyptian. Now, he is the father of Ra and Apophis. Now, what does it look like? What do you see in the middle?
Penis, but that looks like sun.
Yes. Now watch this. This was the Vatican of ancient Egypt. Now watch this. Take the Jerusalem cross and turn it upside down. You get an
God
X.
damn! You know why? Because all of this goes back to Egypt. Go ahead.
If you turn it around and you see an X, you get this. Do you
Headset.
see?
Headset, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here we go. I'm going to drop you guys something. Who is Trump's Secretary of Defense? Pete Hegseth. And what does he have on his chest?
Mm-hmm. The Blue War God incoming.
They worship the blue Tezcatlipoca. They're all connected. And here you go. Here's the X. Here's the X. This is the Jerusalem cross. What did I just teach you just now, guys? What did I just teach you?
That's the temple. That's the Vatican of Egypt. Mm-hmm.
So the Templars were protecting what? The Vatican of ancient Egypt.
And the Vatican of ancient Egypt looks like CERN,
Exactly. Exactly.
which is a
And
Stargate. Go ahead.
yep. And it's a Stargate. And who do they want to bring back? Set and Nimrod.
But the blue Tezcatlipoca,
Lipoca.
the war god, because he's Hegseth. He's
Yep.
the Secretary of what? Defense.
Defense.
He's the one who makes war.
Yep.
Connor, you on it, baby. Go ahead. Blow him up, Connor. No, don't blow him
Now,
up, but blow him up with knowledge.
I'm going to show you a few more temples
Mm,
that are
mm,
that are very, very interesting. Temple
mm. Oh,
of
the what? Mm.
Edfu.
Mm, mm,
Each color. Yes. Yes.
mm,
Yes.
mm,
Do you guys see another motherboard here?
mm.
Now,
Look at me. Look at lion's paw.
Edfu Temple is the
Mm,
temple of Horus.
mm,
And
mm, mm.
it's pointing towards, hold on. I'm gonna,
That's how I ended. That's how I ended with this. Mm,
it's pointing
mm-hmm,
to the Great Pyramid. Now,
mm-hmm. Looks like paws.
it also is forming a point right through
Mm,
something here.
mm-hmm.
And it's pointing
Greenland.
to Greenland.
Greenland. Oh, sorry, Connor.
It's okay. Now, what does Trump want? Greenland, right?
Greenland. I was wondering why he wanted Greenland. Go ahead.
Now, what else is he going into? Canada. He's the poles. Going into French Polynesia now. And now going into Antarctica.
Antarctica. Mm-hmm.
And now going into Malawi. This is what the Templars, when they came to the Temple of Edfu, they started the Novus Ordo Seclorum. The Temple of Edfu is the birthplace of, of the Novus Ordo Seclorum Templars, and they worship Apophis.
And remember, what did you just made a circle, correct?
Yep, 360 degrees.
Okay, now when I pulled up the red Tezcatlipoca in the Grand Canyon, what did Ra put on his face to bind him? The compass, 360 degrees.
Yep.
You broke it, Connor. Remember?
Yep. Now, Let's go to the Vatican, like the actual Vatican in Rome. I want to show you guys something. Here, you know what? It's better for me just to type it. Vatican City. Now, does anybody know what existed before Vatican City was before Christianity was ever created? What was here? There were,
Temples.
yes, on top of 7 hills.
Hills. 7 hills. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now watch this. If I zoom out, it goes right into South Africa. So, if you follow these 2 points, now here's the Griffin right here, which is Europe. If you follow Templars on their journey, they're crossing I'm showing you a particular line. Crosses Jerusalem, it goes into Vatican City, and it goes into Ireland, right through London. What line is this called?
I don't know.
Who is the arch enemy of Satan? Saint Michael the Archangel. And there's a pyramid in Turin, Italy, called Mount Meru. If I can find it. I know
Which is like Mount Maru.
Maru, yes.
And it's so funny because I kept saying Mount Meru.
Mount, they called it, when the Romans came, it's called Mount Musine, but it translates to Mount Meru. When the ancient Templars came through this region, the Celts and the ancient civilizations of Europe came through this valley, the Susa Valley. Came through the Susa Valley. Their god that they worship was called Phaeton. Now, Phaeton, Egyptian equivalent, is Ptah. Ptah is the creator god. Now, he fashioned the human body, but his equivalent is Quetzalcoatl. His Egyptian equivalent is Ptah. Now listen to this. Now listen to this. I found something in Egypt. I see a face here. Do you guys see a face?
It's facing east.
Exactly. Now I'll show you where he's pointing to. He's follow my mouse. Right through here. cuts you right through Oaxaca. Papua New Guinea to a trench.
Here comes the spider.
Right here.
That's the Mariana Trench.
Mariana connects from here all the way to here. Now here's this. Now it cuts right through Africa into Brazil, and it cuts through into Peru. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I don't want clouds. Thank you. Do you see bases right here? Do you see all the lines?
Oh,
Do you
we did.
see
We
the
did streams on
spaces?
all of that. That's a pharaoh right there, facing
Yep.
South America.
Yep. Do you see the faces?
Yeah,
Do
right
you
there.
see the? Do you see?
That's a giant sphinx
Yep.
facing South America. Yeah, it looks like a ship.
And
We did
it's
live
also,
streams on that.
yep. So what did we just learn?
The Templars planning on taking everything using grid lines, ancient grids, ancient ley lines.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I'm going to show you another interesting thing. Now, here we come to China. Yellow Emperor Mausoleum. Okay. He was a very legendary ruler of China. Now listen to this. When he died, I can't show it. But when he died, what does this look like to you? You have a street
A
forming an
for office.
A. Okay. When he died, the Yellow Emperor summoned the Yellow Dragon. The dragon was described to be made of fire. Now, right next, you can see a face and a computer-like brain. This is a temple.
Hannah, not to cut you off, but that is exactly what someone sent me today. Go ahead. But it looks like, to me, it looks like a fertilized egg.
It does, doesn't it?
Someone sent me that very image today. Go ahead.
Now, the Yellow Emperor. Here is the dragon. Right here, cutting right through the temple. Here is his face, his mouth. And he's cutting right through. And all ancient temples and villages cut right through here. Now, look at that. Now, here's the interesting thing. All villages and temples were built in the shape of a dragon. Zooming out. I don't need any more street view. It's pointing towards Tenashalon. One second. Tenashalon is what, people? The capital city of the Aztec Empire. Who did I just connect here? The
The blue
patron.
that's got
Who is the patron god of Mexica?
the blue Tezcatlipoca.
Exactly. And it's in China.
That's why it's called New World
Old
Order.
Order. Norvis Ordo Seclorum Templars.
Watch this, Connor. Connor, I want to do a live stream with you tomorrow for you to just go in.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Because we're already going on 3 hours. I want you to
Yep.
just go in for tomorrow. And why tomorrow? You're going to go into why, because I ended it with this. Okay? Because it's almost 3 hours and I don't want to stop you, but it's 3 hours and I want people to watch the video, right?
Right,
But
yes.
guess what we're going to do? We're going to
Okay.
stop. All I'm going to do is just introduce how the birth of Heru, which is Horus, is going to signify order again, and that's the Mexican flag. Right?
Yep.
How is that? Because let me just show them the Mexican flag really quickly. And that, watch this, that is, hold on. That is Horus. This is the Mexican flag eating the serpent. And that signifies the birth of Horus, the bird. Connor, you want to do one tomorrow at the same time?
Absolutely. We'll do
Yeah?
that. And
Because
I'm also going to talk about how the
Mhm.
Templars use their genetic codes to marry into certain bloodlines as well. I'm going to talk about that too.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So tomorrow, because I don't want it, it's already 3 hours, and I want to give you time to go in with all these grid lines. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, guys, let me stop sharing the screen. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget Friday, 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 Friday. Connor, thank you again. Friday, the movie to decode is day shift. I'm going to let Connor go in tomorrow. We're going to have some fun. And then Friday, we're going to do the training. Connor, thank you, guys. Thank you. This was a long decode. Guys, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to do it at the same time tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Love
you,
each
guys.
other. Bye.
Bye. See